I'm sure I'm not going to be out of a job. I'm sure some franchise will sign me up. Yeah, obviously it's disappointing news before a big test. But yeah, I must probably say there was added motivation as well to try and maybe not prove to people, but maybe just show them that they've maybe made an incorrect choice. I don't have a clue, to be honest. I must probably forgot his shirt in the hotel or something. I don't know. I found out the day I found out that I'm not getting another contract. But officially it was our first practice we had in PE. Obviously, just where I'd be batting was obviously unknown, with Viri being sick and that. So yeah, and it worked out that I opened the batting in this game. It's usually bad news, and then you soften him up with the good news. Yeah, I'm more at home opening the batting. I've done it for 90 odd first class games, and I don't think I've batted anywhere else, to be honest. Like I said, I feel at home there, and yeah, hopefully that's a little extra motivation in the right direction. Well, it would be a little bit ignorant to say that it wasn't at the back of my mind, but I'd like to say a lot of positives came out of what happened. It's nearly 2 years ago, but I'd like to say I've learnt a lot, developed into a bit more experienced batter, and I've said I've been through that before. I'd go through it again for my career. Yeah, they obviously bowled very well at that stage. I don't even think they'll give me sand in the desert at that stage, to be honest. But they are high class bowling attack as well, so I expected the relentless pressure as well from them. The wicket wasn't as nice to come onto the bat, especially Siddle and Harris. But yeah, it was hard graft, and I knew if I stayed there till lunch, it might get easier. It did get a little bit easier, and then they were back on their pressure again. Now, obviously, the pitch in Centurion, there's a lot of question marks around it. But PE is always generally, it plays pretty much like this. PE is always generally slow and slow, and that's what we expect when we get to PE. There's a different kind of brand of cricket you have to play when you come to PE. And the patience game is obviously one of the key points when you play at St. George's. Yeah, it's pretty much the slowest I think I've seen PE played. I've played a few 4-day games here, and it always slows up, there's no doubt. But usually it's generally quite nice to bat on in the beginning stages, and it gets tougher and tougher. Whereas today it just seemed to start off pretty tough, matched with some good bowling as well. So credit to the Aussie bowlers, they identified the conditions as quick as possible, and they stuck to their game plan the whole day. I don't know, I can't predict the future at the moment, so we'll have to see that tomorrow. No, it's tough. I mean, I knew I didn't really focus on what the other guys' roles were. I knew my job was to bat as long as possible, get the team into a good position. I think first innings runs are golden at St. George's. So, like I said, I didn't really focus on what happened with the other guys. More focused on what I had to do. I was the guy who potentially could have batted there for a day and a half, because I was in and I assessed the conditions and I knew what was required. It's difficult for a new batter to come in, and as the ball gets older and the wicket wears, it's tougher. No, sure, they've had a awesome summer, those bowlers, and their experience and their knowledge of the game has grown in a sense of that they can adapt. I'm sure a few of their bowlers would have liked a little bit of extra pace and bounce. But saying that, like I did say, they had to adapt, and world-class bowlers, world-class batters, they have to do that. So credit to them for using the lack of assistance they had, actually. Well, it was said last night that I potentially have a chance to open or bat 6. That's if Alvaro was fit. And obviously this morning the news came that he's not going to be able to play. yeah, I'm sure there's definitely a role at St George's. Pie chuckers like myself. they, I know Smithy likes to use guys to get a breakthrough, and if it's me, I'm definitely going to put my hand up to do a job.